Sorry, I'm just trying to share it out a little bit, but the main like share button isn't working. I'm sorry, you guys. I just abruptly ended never do that, but the Wi-Fi was like, it was like black on my end. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Weird. Hi, baby. I don't know. So it had to have been the Wi-Fi because it was like black, and then when I'd come back, my camera was fucking up, and then it was paused, and then it was like froze, and I was like, hey, keep faith going. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Thank you, baby. Thank you. But I do want to listen to the podcast and talk a little bit. Listen, so I got this for my Cricut, and it lights up, right? So that you can see when you're weeding, but it doesn't really work the greatest for me, but it does work when you're rhinestoning. So I'm using it for that, at least, because it was like $40 fucking. It's crazy. Right? Let's see. And I need to set my new iPad up. Did you see my new iPad, bub? Look at it. It's nice. It's pretty big, huh? I got it. I haven't set it up yet. I got it last night. Was so excited. Here, bub. From online. I think like 150, and that's a really good deal. I got my other one. So my other one, my iPad, the front camera doesn't work on. So it sucked because I really cannot see that good anyways, right? And blind as a bat.
Why so big?
And because I wanted it to be big. And when I go live, it will be much easier for me to, because I've been saying, like, ever since I started going live, I try to get better every day at something, right? And I know that, you know, sometimes it's annoying when you're commenting and wanting to conversate. And Temu, I believe, I swear to God, I shit you not. Look, I'll show you. So it came with this case. It came with a pair of AirPods. I'm not kidding. And the tablet. And it's a Pro. So it's... Oh, my God. Did my phone just die? You guys, it literally just went off. Took me completely out of the app and my phone turned black. Can you see me now? Hi, baby. I hope you're having a good night. I hope you can see me. So anyways, okay, good. So it's the iPad Pro, and you got the iPad, this case. Of course, it's not the greatest, but you know what? I'm going to rhinestone this. Because I thought about just buying a new one, but I did buy a screen protector, and I'm like, look, it's black. This will be perfect to just rhinestone and make my own, you know, unique case. And it came with a pair of, they were AirPods, like that's an Apple iPad, but they weren't AirPods, but they were earbuds. And then it came with a real MacBook or an iPad charger, which is nice because they could have sent me like the cheap one. I don't know what I did with it. I think I left it downstairs maybe, but it is the square, like this is for my MacBook, but it is like the square Apple box, and it comes with the C port that comes with it. So that alone, like I know I've had to replace this charger because my MacBook is broken. It still comes on, but it's really fucked up because I was at work and I was doing data and following a kid, and the kid had, I'll show you in 1 second, baby. The kid had bubbles like on this tray and then chose to elope. So of course his safety was more important than my iPad, and the bubbles went all over, or more than my MacBook, sorry. Bubbles went all over my MacBook and it hasn't been very good since. But when I had it, I had to replace the charger, and that charger is like $60 or $70. But yeah, I'll show you real quick. And I mean, to each their own. I love Temu. I don't give a fuck. Better yet, I love a deal. I do not give a fuck. Like even the Louis Vuitton purse that I own, unless somebody has bought it for me as a gift, I am not paying full price for anything if I can get it used or discounted. Because the very first time we wear something, the very first time we use something, it makes it used, right? I refuse. And I will share a good deal with anybody. But look, I'll show you. And I had coupons too, so it worked really good. I was excited. I got it for dirt cheap. Yeah, so iPad Pro. This one's the 10-inch. Mine's 12.9. Hold on. 12.9. Okay. I mean, it's 176 right now, so it went up a little bit, but I got it like during Black Friday. I don't know if that helped. Hey, baby. But even 176 is pretty good. And it got here really fast and came through FedEx. I think I got it in like 2 or 3 days, which that was unexpected. Oh, it's gold. That might be why, because the color different. I don't give a fuck what color it is. It's all going to work the same, right? I know. He's fun, right? Look at him. Him's my baby. Him's a tired baby boy. Everybody needs a good dog in their life, and I mean it. Well, let me say this. Everybody needs to have a heart to have a good dog too, because listen, man, dogs, just like humans, are the product of their environment, and obviously DNA plays a factor in things, but environment and life experiences is crucial for how a dog is going to act as well as a human, right? Of course, you know, me studying behavior and behavior modifications and things, we can modify those behaviors. We can teach ourselves as humans to, you know, learn a new behavior, but that takes time. And a dog's life is very short compared to the standard human time frame, right? So it's best to just, man, if you can't be a good dog owner, don't get a fucking dog. It's okay. If you can't be a decent mother, it's okay if you get pregnant to say, I can't do that. It's not okay to buy a dog and mistreat them because, you know, you're having a bad day. Or it's not okay to, you know, have a kid for, you know, money or, you know, whatever that people do. It's just not okay, man. They are my life too. I mean it. He's my best friend. And you know what? I've always treated every animal I've ever loved great and the same, but he's different, man. It was like he was sent to us like right in the perfect timing, his mannerisms, everything. And I used to think before I got Pedro, I used to be like, fucking Chihuahuas are loud and obnoxious and barking, but that is not the case. You hear them as somebody that don't own them when you're going to somebody's house or something. They're very protective, but if nobody is at your door knocking or they don't, you know, get awareness of something, they are the most laziest, loving, and loyal animal that you could ever fucking have. Really? Mine too, girl mama. Like, out the window is his best fucking, he loves it so much. Pedro's my man. We be fucking, he's a little fucking whore, though, I'll tell you that. He fucking just turned, well, he'll be 3. He'll be 3 at the end of February. And when he turned 2, them spidey senses of fucking getting a girlfriend went way up. Yeah, it's the truth. It is the truth. Really? So this is how his hair grows. He is a hairless Chinese crested Chihuahua. If you look up on TikTok, Mr. Pumpernickel, he is one of the famous ones that is on the app. His tongue hangs out because obviously it's not just a Chihuahua. If a dog doesn't have teeth, then their tongue comes out, right? So Mr. Pumpernickel's teeth comes out, or his tongue comes out due to not having teeth, but you're gonna have to look into him. He said, you know what, better yet, I'll show you. I love that when I was live before, there was 90 people in here because of a little bit of drama, and people's like, you know, it's about numbers. No, it's about getting good conversation going. I don't care if there's one person in here, and just being being a real ass person. I think a lot of people on this app loses their self, and I think when they get a little bit, then they try to like get a little bit more the next day and shit, and makes them a little cuckoo. Okay. It is. It's funny. And I never knew that because I hadn't watched it when I got Pedro. But either people say when I'm in the store, oh my God, it's the Deadpool dog. Or they'll be like, oh my God, is that a miniature hyena? When he was literally looked like a little baby gremlin. Really? I love that. I mean, it sucks because their teeth are important, but I think it's so cute. I'll show you real quick, Mr. Pumpernickel. If you guys aren't following him, I'm all about freaking promoting anybody's account, okay? He is perfect, and I mean perfect. Look at him. I'm dead. He is sweet. He's so cute. Yeah. He's perfect. You guys gotta go look at him. He's fun for sure. I need to do better because Pedro is, and it's not even about like being famous or getting anything. It's about like, he's so important that I want everybody to know him or have a little piece of him. Like even the people, the kids that meet him, because he's my service dog for seizures, not emotional support. I don't talk about a lot of my shit, like I was saying earlier. Thankfully, they are very regulated. And he goes everywhere with me, but work. Sometimes he's went to work, and the kids like him a lot. But everywhere, like I said, you can look at my TikTok. He's went skating. He's went sled riding. He's went to see Jelly Roll, little baby, Hank Williams Jr. He goes to all the concerts with me. We do a lot together. Everything I do, he does, you know. He was a hot diggity dog for Halloween. Like, I do need to do better though at like videoing and making videos about him. But I'm gonna be honest, even my videos, I do a one and done. I swear, a lot of people will record and edit. I might put like a filter on at the end, but there's been plenty of people on the phone with me, and I'll be like, hold on, and I'll just say whatever and post that shit. It's very rare that I'm doing a double take of something. So he won't alert. So what he's trained to do is lick my nose once I do have a seizure. So I wonder if I can find it. I showed a video one time on my live where seizure dogs do different things. Some will alert somebody else. Some is trained to do, like I said, licking up the nose, just because I was alone at the time I had moved out, and I'm gonna have it, right? It's not about it. Thankfully now they're regulated, but that's what he was trained to do. And so when he licks my face on live, I just kind of close my mouth and move, but I don't want to tell him no for that reason. And it's funny because you don't know, man. You don't know when you go into somebody's live, right? And they live different than you, or look different than you, and are doing things differently than you, and you are talking shit about that, like, ooh, that's disgusting. That dog's licking all up in their face. You don't know that could be a service. You know what I mean? I just wish people would be more vigilant. That's why even anybody that knows me knows I have problems with, you know, Medusa, Danielle, or whatever, but I really genuinely try to not talk about, you know, looks or the way she lives her life. I don't give a fuck about that unless it is harming an innocent child or putting somebody at danger or risk. I don't really give a fuck. Will I laugh about it and be like, I'd never do that shit? Yeah, I mean, we all live differently, thank God. Because if we were all the fucking same, this world would be a boring ass place, right? Boring as fuck. Thank you so much, Laura. Oh, it says start a flash goal. You guys do not have to do that. I mean, it just came on my screen and I pushed okay. I love just talking to you guys, and I went to bed really late last night, listened to the podcast of Chaleigh Rainwalker, and forgot I had to work because I was so in it. I was like, oh my God, I gotta get up in 3 hours, bitch. Thank you. And so I finally went to bed, got up and went to work, and was so tired. I just went to bed. I just slept all fucking day. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Just know you guys mean the world to me. So what are you guys gonna do like for Christmas and things? Oh, for people that don't know, so in a week, I said the date. I need to look back because I ain't shit and don't want to lie to you. But in a week, whoever does have a wish list in their bio, I'm making a video of that right now. I'm doing it right now. Because if not, I'm going to forget. You guys are about to see how I make a video and I ain't shit. But I'm going to forget if I don't.
Just to clear the air.
Come on. Ready? What is up, friends and family, foes and bros, maybe some damn hoes? Listen, I'm gonna forget, so I want to do it now. Make a wish list if you're struggling at all. I mean, we all are, right? But put like 5 to 10 things in there. Obviously, don't put a lot because I'm not rich. I'm not asking my chat for anything. If somebody wanted to donate money and help, then that's absolutely fine. They can get in touch with me. But my goal is for myself personally, in a week, I will pin the date on this video to say, hey, who wants to be a part of this? I'm going to put the time on my live. I'm going to spin a wheel, and I'm personally going to buy 3 to 5 people something off of their wish list for their child or their family member, whoever is on that wish list, right? So make your wish list, put it in your bio. In a week, I'm going to set the time at the end of this, and you know, I just want to help. And just remember, you're fucking amazing. You might not be my cup of tea, damn it, but you're somebody's. Love yourself first, and anything else is possible. And nobody's told you. You can call 988 if you don't have anybody to talk to. Because tomorrow I need you. Bye. Swear. There it is. Boom. Post. Okay, I ain't shit. I didn't even write nothing at the end of that. I'll fix it. Absolutely. Listen, and I'm not asking you to do that, but if you don't mind, I would love to do that, sis, and I'm being serious. At the end of the day, right, like I said earlier, Danielle could take my job if she wanted to. She can't, but let's say she could, right? I'm gonna be okay. You can't, if you want to try to take my licensure or report me to a board, I still have a master's degree, man. I still got fucking a heart that works. I still have feet in my body. I'll motherfucking go waitress. I'll do whatever before I fucking ever hit rock bottom again. And if I have a little bit to give, even if it's $2 and I can help somebody else out, that's what I will do. Anybody that has been here with me since, you know, I've been going live since, you know, the beginning of February knows every month I've done a giveaway, whether it be a rhinestone duck, a cup, a shirt or something. And I know it's not much, but it's just to say, hey, thank you for being here and playing games with me and you know, listening to my bullshit. And I appreciate that. It is not, it's actually a hairless dog. If you didn't know, they definitely have hairless dogs. That's so funny. This is Pedro. Meet Pedro. Have you ever seen a hairless dog, Brett? So, sis, just put it in your bio if you don't mind. Everybody else that is listening, you can come in here, and I mean this, even if you don't want somebody maybe that don't like me to see you in here and you support them or whatever, all you have to do, you don't have to tell me who you are. No, don't be sorry, baby. It's okay. You don't have to tell me who you are. Send me a message and say, hey, I'm coming in on this sneaky. I have my wish list in my bio. And I will alert my mods to not block you because it's about helping people. And I know Allison and I have talked about this, and I just made the video. Oh, Al just came in. That's so weird. Her ears was burning. And just do it. Just do it. Just get it up. Just do it. And I mean it. Just put it on there. I was talking about the wish list. I hadn't fucking posted the video, so I just made the video on the phone, on the live with them. And I posted it to my story real quick so that I didn't forget, because I've been saying I'm forgetting. So that in a week we can knock that out, and maybe we'll do it next Thursday or Friday. And whoever has got a wish list in their bio, I will buy at least 3, potentially 5 people something. And listen, I don't want you to say it's from Chaleigh on the internet, any of that. It could be from you. It could be from Santa. I don't give a fuck. Once it arrives at your home, you do what you want with it. I know in my heart I did the right thing, and you do what you want with it. I can't imagine, man. You know what I can't imagine? I have been in a place where I didn't know what was going to come next, and that's a shitty feeling, man, especially when you're doing what's right? So just know that it will be from you or whoever. Thank you, Brett. Thank you. He's my baby. He's my little baby. Say Pedro for the win, right? Pedro for the win. He's so funny. Usually he'd just be in there chilling with his sister, but she went downstairs. Absolutely. I got you, Laura. I got you, baby. I'm focused. I'm fucking focused. See? I'm trying. I'm trying to be better. But yeah, I got you. I just made, let me see, did I bring that cup up or did I leave it downstairs? Yeah, I think I left the cup downstairs. I took a picture of it though. Let me see. I am getting better. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can. There, I just followed you, Moonlight. Absolutely. And listen, I need to do better, but I work, man, a fucking full-time career. And what I do is very physically demanding. I sit to do work very briefly, though. Depending on the kids that I'm working with in that moment, their table tolerance might be 10 seconds. Okay, so we might make it to the table after being in a restraint or a hold or, you know, just a de-escalation for fucking 20, 30 minutes. We might make it to the table for 10 seconds and I might get to work. So what I do is very physically demanding. And so when my candles and stuff, like these are burnt, but these candles and stuff that I make, I need to really, really fucking get on putting my fucking shit back up. But it's just for like you guys to give away and things. Like I said, I started this, I got D's and they were Minnie and Mickey packed, but I started this cute little cat. Let me see if there's another one in here. Oh, the frog, that eye needs to be done over there, but the little frog. And listen, I don't want to sell them on the internet, these anyways, because people try to get me for fucking copyright and shit just to be mean. So I just like charge you for, I just charge you for shipping. My internet went completely down, Alice, and it was so fucking weird. Like I was live, you messaged that it was like black or something, right? And then it paused on my end. Then I came back and couldn't, it was weird. So I just completely undid everything. Yeah, it is very hard. And listen, I try to not show anybody because of HIPAA, right? So I don't do that, but I have like my friends on the back end, I will like sticker over their face and stuff and show them like, I'm not like, this is crazy. Black and blue, like people thought I was getting beat at home because I've had many black eyes. I've got scars all over me, but you know what? Every one of those scars that are on me resembles the growth that me and that child's made too. A lot of people's like, how do you do that? I wouldn't be able to do that. There's no way, especially like the vocal ones, right? I'm in a restraint and I'm nothing but a fat fucking CUNC fucking whore, whatever. And you got to be neutral. You can't make faces. You can't do that because listen, if you have anybody in your family that has challenging behaviors, please know that there are functions to any behavior. Obviously, neurotypical people can control those outbursts much better. But there is a reason that somebody's acting out, right? So finding that function is going to be the very first step in fixing things. Is it attention seeking? Is it escape? Is it sensory? Is it something tangible that they want, right? Really? Right, god dang. I'm not kidding. Oh my god, tore my ACL one time. I've been pretty good. Like my hands are scarred up. I love it. What was it, about a month ago, Allison? My hands was ate the fuck up. I had scratches everywhere. But I promise that if you stand firm with them, right? Place the demand, stand firm and follow through, and you build that trust with that child, and that child knows that structure and routine that is going to come with even just seeing your face, pairing you with them, it will get better. And for me, that's what I do it for. I love nothing more than to walk into a very complex kiddo's room that I've never worked with before, get the shit beat out of me for about a week or so, knowing that for the next year, it's going to be absolutely, and trust is important, right? I wouldn't fucking listen to anybody if I didn't trust them while I'm in a classroom. And these kiddos, even if they've had a good home life, right? Maybe aren't verbal. Maybe are upset because they're trying to communicate with you in their head and you're not understanding them. Just be patient. That's all I can say. So Jaleek Walker, or Rainwater. Why did I say Walker? Jaleek Rainwalker. he had behavioral issues, right? I learned about him the other night in a very odd situation with a pretty big creator on this app. A lot of people's like, why did you start? I could have talked about somebody in my area. Absolutely. I could have. But I don't know why. I just felt like, man, I really want to look into this. After looking into this, I realized that the lead investigator that was in the case for many years has passed away. So after 18 years of him being missing, he hasn't been found. People in that area doesn't know. A lot of people just learned November 1st, they had like a vigil for him, and just learned that he was even missing. And that breaks my heart. So if I could talk about him a little bit every night and maybe one person in the news. So I will definitely work on that this coming week. I want to call and see, is this a closed, cold case? Is this still an open thing? What are you guys? I just want to, and then I want to request some transcripts to see, because the system did fail him. They definitely failed him. And not that I'm great and that I can do a whole lot, but man, if I could just do my part, that's all that matters to me, right? Sorry, let me get this and then we'll listen to it, okay? Hold on. I love you, Pedro. I love you. Why don't you go lay on your bed, son? You want mommy to hold you the whole time? Of course, why not, right? Why not? It's much easier if mommy holds you. I was trying to look for this thing. Oh, right here. Okay. So I do have a notebook that I was using with the details of his case in it. But last night I forgot to bring it upstairs. So I was writing down shit on that paper last night. What we do know is Chaleigh was in foster care, right, you guys? His whole life at birth, sadly, he was born addicted like many others, but that doesn't mean anything. All that means is that, he could have been introduced to another family that could have gave him that proper life. Some foster parents, just like some doctors, just like, I say this all the time. It's funny, people's like, oh my God, they're this, and I can't believe they're this. We're all human. No matter what your fucking profession is, no matter none of that, we're all human, right? 6 foster homes. Sorry, I'm looking at these notes because I try to speak factual and don't want to slander any of this, but I will say no matter what, I am talking based on podcasts and research, reliable research, obviously, but like Sassy said at the beginning of this, people's stories change after years. What they remember changes. And it's important to just listen yourself, get your own knowledge. And if you're close or can do anything, please feel free. The more people that's involved, the better off that this baby is going to be. Do I think he is alive? Absolutely not. That breaks my fucking heart. But what I do know is that the dad is alive. The adopted father is absolutely alive. Also, what I know is the birth mother is absolutely alive, and she has been advocating for him. And no matter if she lost him to addiction, still his mother, man. And we all can change, and we all can do better, right? And when he went into the system, right? He went into the system. He was going to be adopted by the family before the family he was with when he went missing. Sadly, they were married, and when the father divorced the mother, the means of income was severed, and she didn't want to put him in a tumultuous situation, and decided that it would be best if he went back into the system because she just couldn't give him the things that he needed. I'm sure she lives with a lot of what if. She was in this podcast too, man. But she did what was right. I mean, I would have probably done the same thing. Why am I going to keep this kid if I can't even take care of myself, let alone, So she let the kiddo go back to another foster home, and this was his last foster home. He lived with Stephen Kerr and Jocelyn McDonald. Jocelyn moved around the country. Her father was in the military. Stephen was abroad. They met when she was in a college spiritual school. I wrote it down. But it was a spiritual school of sorts. Jocelyn was very introverted, according to her mother, until, good night, baby. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Very introverted, according to her mother, but still very crafty, was always very close with her mother, up until she got pregnant with Stephen Kerr's child. Her and Stephen Kerr ended up having a total of 3 children upon adopting 2, right? So they were 2 foster kids that they fostered. They received $3,000 a month for these foster kids. But when they adopted them, it went to $1,500. And you say, wow, $3,000's a lot. They were 3. It was that price was up because the kids were in therapeutic foster care, meaning that they were very complex behaviorally challenged kiddos versus more of a neurotypical child, right? So he lived with them for the first year. They got Chaleigh the proper medication, the proper therapy, was going to the doctors properly. Sadly, that stopped after about a year. Working on the 2 to 3 year mark, almost 3, he was at school. At what time he was noticed by a creator on this app, in which I learned about this case. She was the teacher assistant at the time. Chaleigh was out at recess without a coat on, and she said to him, "You need to go in. You can't be out here without a coat on," something to that degree. He replied back to her, "I don't know why you care about me having a coat on out here when I live in a tent." More was said, such as he had no electric, he had no running water. Upon hearing the creator's words on this app, she told her boss, and that was it. She did not report this as a mandated reporter to the proper authorities. He moved from a 4-bedroom house in which was checked it was a private foster center also. It was not, it's terrible, Allison. It was not a state-owned foster center. It was a private-owned foster center. They did the checks that they needed, did their due diligence. However, after you're adopted out, they don't check that shit anymore. So of course, if you are an evil, humane or inhumane person, what are you going to do? You're going to adopt versus foster, because then those checks stop, right? Gets them off your ass. Stephen Kerr knew that. So Stephen Kerr did that. Maybe Jocelyn too, I don't know, but I know Jocelyn did, after the baby went missing, pass her lie detector test and things. We'll get into that. So they moved out of their 4-bedroom home into a tent life while they were building a 1-room. And I say this because it's important. Not only was it 1 room, it had no fucking electric and no water. They had 2 dilapidated outhouses on the property, right? And you think, like, man, I've said this many times, we throw out words like such as narcissist and stuff so many times on this app when somebody isn't, they just have traits, right? But a true narcissist would want that control, right? So what better way than to have 1 room, all eyes on them? He pulled Chaleigh out of school right after the code incident. So Chaleigh was in homeschool. While in homeschool, the year after he got a coat and people failed to mandate report that he was being neglected, and there were signs, like I guess he was a soccer coach. He definitely verbally abused the kids in front of people. A lot of people failed him, not just one, but a lot. So we fast forward up to the week that Chaleigh went missing. Chaleigh had got in trouble with his homeschool group. During this homeschool group, he had said something sexual in nature to a fellow classmate, at which time Jocelyn McDonald said, "Draw a line in the sand. I'm fucking giving you back," basically. Called her mother. and said, we're giving Chaleigh back. He, this is just a boundary basically that, we can't come back from. This is what he did. So there's something called respite. If nobody knows, if you are a foster parent, or adopting or whatever, and you just need a minute, right? Like, man, I need a minute, or I can't take this person, then you would call respite. So they called respite. Stephen Kerr said to the respite worker, absolutely, I do too. And that's the thing is, and I'll get to that in a minute. That's why I'm talking about that. Like Allison just said, for me, he's still alive, you guys. This man is still alive, and that's why it's important. Like, let's say we know, that baby isn't here or whatnot. That man is still alive. And every day that passes is another day that he's not being prosecuted. He's not being fucking tormented verbally when he's out in public or recorded. And things like that need to happen to this man. And you guys, I think all will agree with me once we get a little further into this. Yeah, see? And that's okay. It's okay to do that. Those resources are there. Utilize those resources, man. However, so they put him in respite. The respite worker, because he caught a few and they just couldn't take him. And let's face it too, this child's so complex on the behavioral level that he's already been in the system his whole life. So the typical foster parents in the area, the companies, they all know him. Right? So a lot of people wouldn't take him due to other kids in the home, due to safety, due to things. So it was hard. So they finally get a hold of this one respite worker to take him. However, she had a child of her own that had already a scheduled, I believe, don't quote me, it was some kind of music concert, right? Some kind of music concert of sort in New York. So she agreed. Absolutely, he does. I will take Chaleigh, get him off of your hand. The most beautiful indeed. I will get him off of your hands, right? But I have to return him Thursday so that I can take my daughter to New York. But Tuesday, I will pick him back up and give you a little bit of a break, right? So she drops him off on that Thursday. The van was unlocked. And Stephen Kerr was nowhere to be found, right? Nowhere to be found. So she just opened the door, set the clothes in there, and went about her way. But while she was walking away, Stephen Kerr comes out with an attitude, according to her, and is not very happy, talking about, why did you, get my personal space? And it makes me wonder, obviously, what was in the van then, right? What was in the van that you didn't want her to see? What was the big deal, right? Okay, so they go to eat afterwards at a Red Robin, and allegedly, according to the waitress, Stephen's food was messed up. He made a scene in there. He was not in a good mood. The child didn't speak at all. After Red Robin, the cell phone pings them going in the direction of Greenwich, and they supposedly stayed at the father's house that was owned by the father, because again, Jocelyn set those boundaries, which was Stephen's wife and Chaleigh's adopted mother at the time, that baby couldn't be around her. She was like, absolutely not, right? So he went there to stay the night with Chaleigh, and I guess the next morning awoke to this letter. I'm gonna put it up on my thing while we're listening to the podcast a little bit. Hold on. Let me get it.